morning to the Nigerian community and everybody listening to us. This is the voice of the Pedagogues Educational Research Institute and Learning Facilitating Firm, an educational research institute dedicated to offering the Nigerian community, the school administrators, teacherpreneurs, young teachers, various information on how to improve the educational system, ranging from academics to entrepreneurship, to school administration, counseling, for parents, for teachers, for students, and for whomever who is a stakeholder in the field of education. So this morning, we'll be discussing another very important issue, which has to do with the entrepreneurship aspect of the teaching profession. The teaching profession, the legal profession, the agricultural profession, the engineering profession, the medical profession, everybody who has gone to school in one way or the other is looking for a way to use the certificates to make his life a better one. And we cannot rule out entrepreneurship from any field of human endeavor. So entrepreneurship is an eclectic field that has a clear relationship, a very great relationship with any field of human endeavor, be it teaching or anyone. So without wasting our time this morning, we'll be talking about the entrepreneurship indices of the teaching profession. Yes, entrepreneurship in teaching. Yes. In the university system and tertiary institution, our curriculum needs to be structured in such a way that education will be tailored towards self-reliance. Education will be tailored towards raising a youth who is intellectually inclined enough to be his own boss, who is intellectually inclined enough to manage human resources and several other resources to solve certain problems in the society. The problems are myriad, they are much, that not only the government can solve, but even in our private capacities we can solve some problems. And so in the teaching profession, entrepreneurship is very, very much important, because the job is cannot really come from the government at all times. The government will be able to employ a number of people, while some people, it's not a matter of paying cost, they may not be able to get the teaching profession. They will not be able to get employed by the government. So it is very important for us to stimulate and get mentally prepared for educational entrepreneurship opportunities and steering them up. In the teacher training, there are several concepts, there are several courses that are rendered in the university system that students can stay up the entrepreneurship indices there. And one of those courses is educational technology, where we are talking about the production of materials. Another aspect of it is the educational counseling, rendering special service for the education of the children. So these are aspects where we can talk about the entrepreneurship aspects, and other things are such as school establishment and so many other things. But before then, we cannot be talking about entrepreneurship without talking about the risk indices therein. So it is very much important for young graduates not only think, most especially my concern is young graduates in education, not only think of getting the white scholarship job today. If you get it, it's a plus, but if you don't get it, what are the things you can do to make your life a better one as a graduate in the education profession? Even today, educationists should count themselves very lucky, because many people who are not even in education are doing diploma in education to get themselves some certificates in education to make them to be able to function like teachers. So why should you now think becoming a teacher is a course? It's never a course, but rather a blessing. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. It's rather a blessing for our society. So without wasting much of our time, I would like to talk about the background of education. Today in Nigeria, there is no employment anywhere. So the youths should make sure that they can think and be creative in their way. So why should you think as an entrepreneur in the educational system? It starts with not all graduates of education. It's not for you to now say you graduate and you the next thing for you is, say you want to start going up and down, submitting CV in private school. You can have it as a track record of gaining experience, but then you should not dream small, because when God created us, he created us for dominion. God said, let every man have dominion over things that he has created. So even in the Bible, in Genesis 30:30, Jacob asked Laban, when will I prepare for my own house? Even if you are a government employer or anybody, there should be a point in your time when you say, when will I prepare for my own house? So youths should think this way, even if there is no government employment. So this will make me to start telling educationists that it's not all teachers that we say, okay, I want to teach within the four walls of the educational system. No. The teaching profession can go beyond the educational system, and it starts with imbibing the technology, which is starting from print media. Okay, you can say, okay, I want to start writing books, I want to start producing educational videos, I want to start producing magazines in the educational sector. But it takes somebody who is very brilliant and who believes in himself to be able to do this. That is to say that we have to invest in ourselves as youths. We have to have mentors, we have to read a lot of things, we have to be creative. Yes, your certificate, your 2-1, your first class is not necessarily what will put money in your pocket, but your creativity as a youth, your creativity as a graduate of education. Looking at the problem, there are many problems in the educational system today. Even in Nigeria, there are many problems and there are many challenges. But it takes a critical person, somebody who is resourceful intellectually, to look into this problem and say, this is where I'm coming out to solve this problem. Today, you can use, we are talking about AI, artificial intelligence, we are talking about technology, we are talking about everything. You can use your traditional method and begin to archive some of this, your traditional information, into technology by producing educational materials in the technology area, educational media, educational media, creation of app, learning app. Most of our children in primary school, they need educational technology to boost, to blend the learning materials. Some of them are audio learners, some of them are visual learners, some of them are audio-visual learners, some of them learn better by what they hear, some of them learn better by what they see, some of them learn better by everything they hear. So you have to be able to produce instructional objective in such a way that they will be able to learn in a more actionable way. We'll be able to achieve educational curriculum and educational objective in a more actionable way by being creative in our activities. So print media, writing books, writing textbooks, distributing them, writing storybooks, interesting stories. There are ways you can sack your boss. As a young teacher, you can sack your boss. You may not, it's not necessarily you say you want to go and start looking for a job in private school where they give you only 20,000 and you'll be overused. No. Even if some people are working in private schools, you should know your worth. That's not, you can have your track record, like, I want to start my career that way, I just want to learn. And as you are learning in private school, don't think that is the end. As you are teaching in private school, don't think that is the end of the road. You can learn administration from there. So God is always putting us in places to learn. So don't think you will not learn. You have to learn administration and so many other things, and dream better dreams for your life. So educational businesses. Some people are into educational clothing and wares, where you can distribute educational clothing, wares, stationaries, and so many other things. Content writing. Yes, even in the field of technology, many schools need their content, they need their sites, they need content on their sites, they need people to write on their site, they need educational voiceover, educational advertisements. You can do some of these things. You must create a brand that is marketable. Make your personality marketable as a teacher. Make your personality marketable. Make your personality resourceful as a teacher. Then you will be able to make some money. Then educational counseling. Yes, today in recent time, thank you very much. today, in recent time, the counseling system of the school, whether in public school or private school, is very weak, and so parents are even confused, teachers are even confused, so many people are confused, they don't know what to do. So you can render counseling services. Have your office, just a very small office, package yourself, then you try as much as possible to offer quality services. Well, it's just like going to the hospital to see the medical doctor. By the time they come, they have to receive form, they see your secretary. Then you must make sure that you are giving expert advice and follow it up. So these things may not happen to you except you have a number of mentors. You have read a lot of books. You must make sure you are wide. You must make sure your brain is well developed, and you actually offering a quality service, educational counseling service, reading. Some children have challenges of reading, some children have challenges of writing, some children are product of class keeping, some children do not have the knowledge of what to do in their career. So you offering quality educational service and being able to put these children in the right perspective will go a long way. To solve several educational problems. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate you. So these are the things that we can do as a young teachers, not necessarily going to private school to look for job. Online tutoring and webinars. Yes, today let us flood the internet with useful materials. Many children are in the village, they don't have teachers. Many of them are anywhere, they don't have teachers, quality teachers. If you have a quality service you can render as a teacher, digitize your teaching experience, digitalize it. Yes, that's what we are talking about. You know about practical, just get a small place, furnish it with laboratory equipment and so many other things, and begin to offer technology-based experiments in the sciences, music school, music training, music school. These are the things we can do as a teacher, as a young teacher, exploring the entrepreneurship aspect of teaching profession. We are talking about the raising children who are cognitively inclined. We are talking about the psychomotor domain, the coordination of the hand with the brain, the coordination of the brain and the hand. Yes, music is an aspect. ICT training, ICT is an aspect where you train children with result oriented, with training that have utility value in the society. Social media training, social media advertisement, website building, CorelDRAW, and many other things like that. We can create a small school for that. Oratory school, Bible school. It will just be start with 2 rooms where you begin to train people. They receive form. You have a period of duration where you get them trained. Duration, maybe 3 months course, 6 months course. At the end of the 6 months, you give them certificates. You register with the Corporate Affairs Commission. These are the things we can do as a young teacher, not necessarily going to private school to look for a job. No. Young teachers should be thinking machines. We have to change the orientation that the teachers are the relegated people in the society who don't have brain. No, we must try to do something to solve the societal problem. Definitely, we have challenges. Just like any other person who is dabbling into any entrepreneurship activity. You will definitely have challenges, but you have to actually take the bull by the horn. And definitely the challenges over time you will overcome it, but you have to take the bull by the horn and you have to be consistent. And each time you are doing anything, make sure you are doing it with excellence. Do things by excellence and believe in yourself. Very, very much important. We have challenges of staffing, we have challenges of funding. At times you have to do some of the things you have been doing before you start your activities. You may not really necessarily need to relinquish them when you want to start, but then at some particular point in time you will have to relinquish those things. Then your track records. things that will sell you better are your track records. What do people know you for? In what way can people repose trust in your service? Even your previous employers, in what ways can they repose trust in you? So these are the things that will sell you. You have to maintain your personality track records. You have to have your personality branding. Very, very much important. Let people know you for excellence. Even as you are serving there as a private school teacher, let people know you for excellence. Let parents know you for excellence. Your personality will sell you better when you start your own personal activities. It's very, very much important. It's a long dream that people should have. So then read about things. Teachers should read about different subject matter and get themselves equipped. Teachers should attend seminars. Young teachers, we need to attend seminars. We need to have mentors. How do you get your mentors? They could be people who have employed you before. Your people who have been successful in whatever you want to do. Maybe certain proprietresses could be your mentor. People who have worked with the government, teachers who have worked with the government over years, and who have donkey years of experience. They could be your mentor. Then your successful you can have your mentor via books and through successful teachers, and you have to be innovative in your ideas. So these are the things that will help us to be successful entrepreneurs in teaching. Even in whatever we do as teachers, is very much important for us to stir up the entrepreneurship potential in it, because whatever you do for many people will definitely make you rich. When you do your service, when you teach in the traditional way, you are only teaching for 40 students, 50 students at a time. But when you digitalize your activities, you have the potential to teach for a reasonable number of people and across the globe. So it is very much important for teachers to digitalize their activities, whether you work with the government or you are working on your own as a proprietor or as a proprietress or as a school administrator. Digitalize your activities and make sure that the products are qualitative. Make sure that they are result oriented. Make sure that your activities are result oriented and exam focused. We may not be able to handle general educational problems in schools, but when we do certain activities, we should do them to handle some specific problems. For instance, some children don't know how to read. You can tailor your activities to solve reading problems and digitalize it. Some students don't know how to write. You can handle that problem. Some students fail in practicals. As science teachers, you can digitalize your activity, solving that particular problem. So we have to be specific. It will make several learners to be able to learn at their own pace, and these are things that can make us go global. God says we should replenish the entire world. So when he wanted to bless Abraham, he said, I will lead you to a land that I will show you. He took him out of his father's house. We should not limit the teaching profession to the four walls of the classroom. So that is a way the young teachers should think. That is the way even the old teachers should think. Are you a retired teacher and you don't know what to do again? Just get a small shop and start offering counseling service. Your 35 years of service will offer you the requisite mental capacity to offer excellent counseling service for educational startup. Some of you have cars already that are still very fanciful. That will make you to be able to package yourself. You just have your office, and by the time they come, they will talk to them from great experience, from your experience, and they will know they have met somebody. Very, very much important. You begin to offer them, give them inferences from your catalog of years of experience. Begin to offer them quality seminars. That is how to digitalize, that is how to use our activities, that is how to leverage on our donkey years of experience. We may be having the experience and not having money presently, but at certain point in time, when we dream big and we pursue our dreams, the experiences will pay better. So thank you very much for listening to us. This is the voice of Kehinde Ogunshiji, Educational Research Institute, the Pedagogues Educational Research Institute and Learning Facilitating Firm, and we use this medium to thank the WhatsApp community, and we use this medium to thank everybody who likes our page, who loves us, who shares our clips. It's an attempt to improve the country, and we promise the Nigerian community that our platform will give not less than 300 video clips to help the educational system. So thank you very much, and God bless you. God be with you till we meet again. Bye.